As you can see, the Kangaroos winning the toss and kicking to the right of screen. Burton in the ruck as we get underway against Michael, and Burton using his superior height there. That was Makepeace getting the Kangaroos forward, and McKernan takes the mark. Pike pushing back in the goal square. King also down there. A shorter option. That looks like McCartney running from defence.
And McKernan's playing centre half forward, and Carey's picked up Clive Waterhouse on the half-back flank.
Yes, well, you almost got the impression from what Dennis Pagan had said that Wayne Carey might start in defence. And, well, who would have thought Jason McCartney would be the first player to line up for goal in this match this afternoon. He's made good contact distance-wise, but just pushed it across to the right a little bit and through for one behind. So the Kangaroos on the board.
And Mick Martin's got the job on Tony Modra.
And at that first centre bounce, Wayne Carey actually lined up on Clive Waterhouse, although now John Blakey is picking up Clive Waterhouse. So maybe just a ploy at that first centre bounce.
Simpson on Hazelby.
Parker to bring the ball back into play. They've been very good away from home. Fremantle Dockers, it's a poor kick. Lands in the arms of Shane Clayton. And what a surprise packet he has been. Since he was picked up by the Kangaroos, high ball, Burton out of the contact, kick it. Here's a chance, Motlop, a dangerous player. Taken away by Walker. Goes short, and Bootsma just happy to just paddle the ball over the line. That's a success story in itself. Bootsma, 26 years of age, being picked up to play AFL football. Gary Durkay on the interchange bench along with young Lang. And we see some possible showers. Currently 16, so maybe just a degree hotter as the afternoon goes on. High ball. Jones got a fist to it, going to ground. Jess Sinclair, young boy who probably needs to take an extra step this year.
Just a couple of minutes gone, and so far all the attacking has been in the Kangaroos area. McCartney stayed forward. Maybe he's going to run with Daniel Bandy. That's who he's on at the moment. We'll watch that one. Michael gets Sinclair, did that pretty well. Michael again. It was all hurried though, wasn't it, Abraham? He's crunched, and pretty well crunched in the end. Dockers might be able to get away. No, says Pickett, comes charging through. Equally good work though by Brown, and the Dockers are away. An open forward line as Bootsma gets them into attack. Modra, just had the handball cut off by Bell, and Carey playing in defence, takes them on with a bounce, then escapes from half-back and goes out to the wing. Mickey Martin well up the ground.
He's actually playing loose in defence.
Jones was right by him as he gets it off to King, and the Roos into attack. A little bit haphazard. Dodd able to get back onto it. Toya close to the line. Oh, very scrappy kick. Bell again, getting hands to it. King, Blakey, fairly quick with the kick. Burton and Michael came in, but the mark's been paid. No advantage on a mark. And so the ball will come back to Big Spider Burton, and his height could be a problem this afternoon.
Well, he's one of 4 players who used to play with the Dockers. Kangaroos the top team in the competition, so it's interesting that they've picked up lights of Spider Burton. McCartney's second shot on goal has already kicked it behind to the square. Now Pike is lined up on the forward line. That's been a surprise as well. They'll fight for the ball. Walker finally sees the ball over the line in front of Harvey for a minor score.
Dennis Pagan doing a bit of experimenting, putting Pike up forward. And probably it's a good time to do it up against Fremantle. They probably thought they'd probably get the points anyway, so we might as well try a few things. Put Pike up forward. McCartney's prepared to take a few risks and push forward. And Carey's playing on Waterhouse in the back line.
Already I've noticed, Paul, that the Dockers are pushing most of their players up over the centre line, over the centre square, so they're very thin on the forward line. Hopefully he might be able to restrict North Melbourne from scoring. McManus, low kick, he was looking for Modra. They wanted a free kick. Carey just cleans up to Archer. So the dynamic duo combined, they just share the ball around. And Carey's been in sensational form. Booted 6 goals last week. He's been a star at centre half back as well. And McCartney has been very lively in this first quarter. An underrated player, Jason McCartney. Carries a bit of baggage with him, being at Collingwood and also the Adelaide Crows. Missed last year's premiership win. Suspended. Motlop just playing his less than 20 games. Already a premiership player. And Jess Sinclair marking in defence. He's always got a lot of ability. Just needs to be one of those young players to step up, take the Dockers to the next step. Cook under a lot of pressure. That was a poor kick by Sinclair, and now they're under pressure. This turnover can hurt. Chance now. Great snap around the corner. And that's Troy Makepeace. Pops it through. First goal of the game.
Well, poor disposal, and Fremantle, it has been a bit scrappy the game, but Sinclair should have made most of his opportunities there. Put Troy Cook under enormous pressure here. Poor disposal at foot, fumbles, makes another mistake, pops here and inside the corridor there, and Makepeace doesn't make any mistake there. Left foot, and he's good snap and goal.
So Kangaroos eventually getting their first goal on the board after having it up forward quite a bit. Burton again with the height, got it to King. They're inside 50. McKernan, good defensive work by Kickett. They're going to be under a lot of pressure this afternoon, the Dockers defence, the way this game's going at the moment. Dodd called on by the umpire. Kicked quickly and kicked very wide.
That's a bit of a feather in his cap. Hazelby to be picked up by Simpson. Just shows the potential this kid's got. He's going to be a very good player for Fremantle and probably a possible leader in years to come.
And a beautiful, well, it was a beautiful looking kick, but Makepeace chopped off the lead. That's good tackling on Carey. Was perhaps a fraction lucky to get away with it. He was well tackled. Whether he had prior opportunity, I guess, probably not. But good tackling nonetheless, and that's exactly what the Dockers forwards are going to have to do. He did take them on there, didn't he? And he didn't get it clear with it by hand or foot. So it was a close call for the umpire. And hear how windy it is this afternoon at the MCG. As we've already mentioned, a very small crowd. Michael getting the tap down, Archer clearing it onto the wing. Motlop creative. Harvey, who's been superb for them this year, and a very open forward line. McCartney just...
I think he's done his hamstring.
I think he has too, yep. Yeah. He pulled up short. No one to go to for Daniel Bandy. He's going to have to go for the boundary line. Oh, no. He's brought it in board dangerously. Dodd did well to ride the tackle, and they'll get out of trouble. Toya takes the mark. And McCartney's... He's still running on out there, but it does look proppy. And the Dockers able to get the ball up to half forward. Bandy kept on running and provides for Waterhouse. Oh, he just fumbled. Can't afford to do that against Carey, and the ball out of bounds.
Well, you can't afford to do that against the Kangaroos. I'll just hurt you every time there. You just got to make the most of your opportunities there, and Clive Waterhouse just slipped. Probably went a bit wide there, Bandy too. Kick wasn't probably the right option. Here we see McCartney coming off. Obviously looked like a leg injury, so we'll have to wait and see quarter time.
And disappointing for McCartney, Jason, because already 3 marks and 3 kicks. Handy player, McMartin coming out. There's a great grab taken by Peter Bell. Well, the former Docker just played the 2 games, and a total of about 5 kicks. Both games were against Richmond, and he's been a great success. Now one of the best midfield players in the competition, plus a premiership player. Pike was forced under the ball by Parker, and Kickett, who's rarely plays a poor game. He's been a great player for the Dockers. Goes short, finds Jess Sinclair.
Let's see what he does this time.
At centre half back. Very, very crowded across the half forward line. So Sinclair just pumps the ball along straight to McCartney. Not McCartney, McKernan to Bell. They'll have to do better than that.
Well, just like the centre half forward, KB, and they just had no one to kick to who was tall. McKernan was the only tall there.
Winston Abraham kicks down. He was looking for Motlop. Parker has pounced on it, then kicks the ball wide, and Stephen Coops out in front of Archer. I thought the mark should have been paid. Kicks a high ball. They'll need some torque. Thump forward by Harvey. Parker heads for the line for a toss back in. 1-2-8 the Kangaroos. The Dockers yet to score. Jason McCartney being attended to on the boundary line.
Well, you can see the pain that he's in, and you wouldn't expect him to come back onto the field this afternoon, Michael. So we'll see where that causes a restructure for the Kangaroos. And it's well picked out by Kickett. Toya into attack, one-on-one. Waterhouse strong in front of Carey. Didn't take it, but he did bring the ball to ground, and Troy Longmuir manages to get the handball back. Sinclair off balance, but kicked pretty well, and he gets Waterhouse. Now, Modra's got about 3 to beat. He can't bomb it long. He cannot bomb it long unless he goes for Brown. He does go for Brown, but it was pretty hard with Pickett and Martin bearing in. They They almost needed to just chip the ball in there.
Well, they did,
catching.
because they're going to have blokes free across the midfield there, because all the North Melbourne players, their wingers, their half forwards, all pushing down into the Fremantle forward line, making it very hard for Fremantle to get space.
Michael, the tap down, but Harvey getting the clearing kick. Jones does pretty well. Oh, Brown, fumble at the crucial stage. King wanted it more. Was pretty well tackled though. Cook, oh, that's got to be dangerous play. No, said the umpire, and Abraham comes in to make the steal. Bootsma does reasonably well at the first effort, but he gets away, does Winnie. Off and running and just bombs it towards home. But he's a long way off in the end, and the ball to be thrown in.
They won't play kicking in danger unless it's going to be of some danger to the player.
Well, that was, surely.
Well, you can have your hand on the ball and you can kick it off the ground as long as it's not a wild kick, as long as it's not indiscriminate.
Well, someone's going to get their head removed one day.
That was only a toe poke. Damien Drum looks on. He did concede to us before the start of the game that the riches of the Kangaroos could trouble the Dockers today. Cook had it and lost it to Toya. Chance for Walker. It's a hurried kick back towards the edge of the centre square. McKernan with extra height. Sinclair. It's been handy in this first quarter. Virtually shovel the ball out. They went to pay advantage. The ball will come back.
He's had 6 possessions already, just Sinclair. 3 kicks, 3 handballs. But he has turned it over a couple of times too. So he needs to make the most of his disposals today.
It's an interesting matchup. Wayne Carey and Clive Waterhouse, who is super quick.
Probably just to give him
So
a rest.
they actually want to keep pumping the ball down towards Waterhouse because he'll lead Carey to the ball. But I suppose the question is going to be whether their disposal is going to be good enough. And of course, that time, a bit too much carry on the ball for Clive as well. And then you've got Wayne Carey, this strong tackle. So the King, he'll share the ball around to Archer. Already they've combined in this first quarter to Shannon Grant. Norm Smith medalist comes away and chips it short. Lang. Been so impressive this year. Young man can play forward and back. Blakey used his body on Modra. Pushed Modra way up the ground. He's on the half-back flank. Blakey over 300 games. The centre half forward. Pike looks dangerous. Look out. They need a crummer. Pike did well. Crunched by Bootsma. King with vigour. Pushes the ball forward. Lang comes in. Puts his body on the line. Now the whistle is gone. And it's coming back. And the free kick is going to David King.
KB, have you seen Martin Pike play full forward at all for North Melbourne?
Not so much for North Melbourne, but I can recall in his Melbourne days.
Definitely, yep.
He played at full forward, and I can remember once he got dropped through an indiscretion. He went back to the reserves, and I reckon he kicked 12 goals in reserves playing at full forward. So he can kick a goal up forward.
I think he kicked 40 goals in that year, from memory.
So he has been handy on the forward line. And of course, he's in the history books as the last winner of Fitzroy's Best and Fairest. So a bit of trivia. David King, from directly in front, 35 metres out, kicks a goal.
Well, to start, the Kangaroos wanted, but not to start the Freos wanted. They haven't scored yet. They've been inside the 50 a couple of times, but Wayne Carey's been the main playmaker there. He's been very good back end there. They worked the ball beautifully. Mick Martin pushed forward, as did Blakey, and used the ball well. It's just a free kick there given to David King, and a goal resulted.
So absolutely crucial for Fremantle that they get on the board in a meaningful way early in this game. Playing an extra man in their back half, well, both teams are. Pickett for the Kangaroos, and the Dockers grouping at half back with an extra player. Toya has beaten for it. Here they go again. Lang, who came on the ground for McCartney. Abraham setting it up through Bell. Dangerous down there will be Motlop. Parker, good spoil. They have numbers there, the Dockers. Brown took his time and did that pretty well. Kick it. And then the short pass on. Walker now can bring it out, but he's got no one on the wing to go to. So he has to carry and take them on. And did that pretty well in the end. Get up towards half forward. Michael having to push forward. Did very well. Then he just couldn't get rid of it. Burton, though, was very good and kept on running, as did Archer. And the loose man is Bell. He'll take the mark in space and set fly towards Pike. It was a scruffy entry, but he does well. Motlop will line them up. I know he just pulled the kick, He was looking down there for David King, who reckons he touched it, and the umpire agreed it's out of bounds.
It's pretty hard for Fremantle, though. They've got Archer, Martin, Carey in that half-back line there, and every time they look up, and McKernan and Burton, it's just very difficult to get past those blokes today. They're all champions. So.
Chance for the Kangaroos. McKernan did well, got his hands on the ball at the back. McManus, who has done well to come back from a knee reconstruction, carries the ball through the centre square to centre half forward. Clive's going to be the target. He's got Carey on the burst, who has hung on to him. It was clever play because Waterhouse was off.
Should be advantage.
Should be advantage.
Should be advantage.
That's right. That's a terrible decision by the umpire.
Well,
there should have been advantage.
Well, in fact, you can't pay advantage to yourself. That's a free kick to yourself.
Is that right?
You can only have advantage if it goes to one of your teammates. Otherwise, you get paid the free kick.
Why is that?
That's the rules.
No, hang on. Why is that?
That's the rule because it's a free kick, and therefore he takes the free kick. If not, his teammate can run onto the ball.
All right.
Well, yeah. Doesn't
So
explain it very well.
Is on 50. He's looking for Modra, and in fact finds Longmuir.
They still have to go wide for their kicks for goal, though, on a very acute angle, Longmuir. But he has got a lot of skill.
Well, just playing his 27th game. Played 13 games for Melbourne. He's a promising player. He just might be the goods. It's one of their young guns. They're hoping will come through in the next 2 or 3 years. Longmuir. And you can tell by the roar that he has missed. He's put it out of bounds.
I think he's missed a
full.
lot. You just need to make the most of your half chances here, Fremantle. It's a poor disposal.
Just getting back to that, KB, so can't play advantage, but I guess you can play on. Like if the player is paid the free and then plays on immediately, but he has to go back behind the mark.
Well, the advantage rule is there so the side won't be disadvantaged if a player can run onto the ball, but when it's yourself, you've got to be paid the free kick.
Well, Kangaroos bring it around this member's side. The target was Lang, but Bandy takes the mark. Now he's got McManus if he gets the ball moving quickly. He's taken it just on the defensive side of the wing, and you can see the look in his eye. I've got no one to kick to if I look up the ground. So he gets Troy Cook in short.
There's no one behind him.
But they're going to have to play like this, though. They're going to have to be very accurate. This is Bootsma with their short passing. Michael was the flyer. Gets some support. Coops got it out. Quick kick it. Over the top, Hazelby. Didn't really make much of an effort to bundle it out. And the umpire will call for a bounce. I think the point, I think it was you, Couchy, that made is not a bad one. They have to kick the ball out in front of Waterhouse, don't they?
That's exactly right.
And allow him to use his pace to run onto it. Because in the air, you would think Carey will be fairly dominant.
And he reads the ball so well through the air too.
Makepeace. Young man still making his way in the game. He's already kicked a goal. Kick it.
Oh,
goes short. This is where they have problems, the Dockers. They turn the ball over. And this is where North Melbourne can really hurt sides. Harvey has turned into a great midfield player now. Consider some of the stars with Simpson, King, Bell and Harvey. They average 100 possessions a game, and there's a terrific mark, fingertip mark taken by Clayton.
It's good skill, just a higher skill level by North Melbourne, the Kangaroos. Clayton made the most of his opportunities there. It was a great kick into space. He's the only one pushing forward to the Kangaroos goal line there.
Well, he's playing game number 53 today. Started with Fitzroy, went to Brisbane. It was a clever pick-up by the Kangaroos because a member of their premiership side, quiet achiever. And he's kicked a goal. Has he? No, it's a behind. So a poor miss. He'll be disappointed with that. Dominating the action, the Kangaroos, 2-3-15. The Dockers yet to score. And Jason McCartney just having a chat there to the doctor. Off early in the first quarter. He was starring at the time, 3 marks and 3 kicks.
And playing up forward for the first time too.
So he'd be disappointed.
Total possessions, Kangaroos 60, Freo 59. And they lead by 15 points. The Roos inside 50, Kangaroos 13, Freo 5.
Parker goes short to the pocket. Kick it. They'll have to be spot on today, the Dockers, because any mistake will definitely hurt them. Goes wide. Too much carry for Motlop. It was a good kick in the end to Clem Michael, who's short for Ruckman. He'll be relishing this contest today with Spider Burton. He'll be keen to do well against his old side.
Oh.
Bandy had it and lost it. Clayton, quick hands to Pickett. They'll share the ball around Simpson. It's been so good again this year. The King has made the transition from backman to on-baller to Motlop. Just playing his 15th game. Already a premiership player, and it's a beautiful kick, and finds Shannon Grant.
It's just too good. The skills are just a little bit higher. Shannon Grant is playing on Sean McManus. Got loose from Sean McManus. It's a bit poor checking there by McManus. And let Grant, who's a beautiful kick for goal, an opportunity to kick his first. And the turnovers for the first quarter, the Kangaroos 2, Freo 11.
Well, he averages 6 marks a game, Shannon Grant. So obviously he's on the receiving end of a lot of short passes because he's not a big man, but runs hard, as does the entire North Melbourne side. So Shannon Grant, he's pushed this right and through for a minor score.
Well, Freo obviously have had trouble getting the ball out of the fence, and I guess when there are centre bounces or when they do get the ball from those stoppages, that's where they need to just break from there quickly and try and get it down into their forward line when they can.
They can't do that, Haddo, because Brent Harvey's been very good early and Burton's been very good, been able to give him the first use of the ball.
Psychologically, they must be worried because all their defensive moves out have just all been under pressure. Haven't taken the ball out easily yet. They haven't really turned it over that many times, but there's been close just like that one. So they need to just get the ball down and get a good goal on the board and get some confidence. And they've managed to get it through to Toya this time. Tough for Michael. He's in front. Good strong mark. And he wanted to get away from Burton. Couldn't do so. So well played by Spider Burton. Couple of players at half forward for the Dockers. Jones inside 50. Let's see if he can kick the first goal. Not quite. And they just need to be so accurate when they do get their chances. Anthony Jones kicks it behind. At least the Dockers on the scoreboard, but not the way they'd like to be.
Well, Jones, he's only played 52 games. He's been around for a while. No games last year because he had stress fracture. Here's Clive. He booted 6 last week. Pumps the ball back to the square. Mighty Mick gets back. He'll be happy to just punch it through for a behind. Nothing fancy from Mick.
Bit casual Wayne Carey out there, didn't really attack the ball like we've seen Wayne Carey attack it before. They're just taking the pedal off a bit, the Kangaroos here. Been a bit laxed in their goal kicking too. Doesn't seem the real urgency to kick through the ball and kick the goals.
Byron Pickett drills at the Spider Burton, and Big Spider keeps it alive. And then kicked off the ground by Sinclair, so a chance for the Dockers. Longmuir, McManus 35 metres out, should kick a goal.
And he's missed it. And they just need to kick those goals because just the urgency of the Kangaroos is not there, and they've made a few mistakes, and Freo should have made the most of opportunities. Jones missed one, and McManus is usually a good kick. Usually kicks in. That was just disappointing for them. They need to keep the crowd quiet, Freo, so they know that they're playing very well today.
Well, there's no excuses there for missing from there.
35 out.
Sean McManus, he's got good enough skills.
Great smother, putting Makepeace under pressure. Simpson kicked quickly onto the wing. Somehow it got through to Bell. Clayton, as they move into attack. Burton will be the target again. Good work from Motlop. Abraham. Oh, he really put his steam out. He should be wrapped up there, McKernan. Hazelby, oh, that's a good tackle, and that's got to be holding the ball. No? Well, I thought he had prior opportunity then, KB. I don't know what you thought. Makepeace gets it to centre half forward. Good play by Toya. And they've got some runners now. Waterhouse in front. He's got a man inboard if he can get it over to him. He does. Oh, he floats it down deep. It bounces up for Dodd, who measures him well. And Modra decides not to play on. He just thought about it, and then he saw who it was coming, and he said, I think I'll go back and have a shot.
Well, you just see the Kangaroos just lairising a bit with a little bit with the ball, not as much purpose as they usually are during a game. They're just taking Freo a little bit lightly. And you can't put the pedal on, take it off and put the pedal on. So Modra's got a shot for goal here.
Modra.
And he's missed it.
Misses.
Well, they've had their opportunities in the last 5 minutes. North Melbourne just taken the foot off the pedal here, haven't respected Freo at all, and so they've got opportunities here to really start something off and be equal with the Kangaroos coming into the end of the quarter.
Gee, that's a terrible miss for them, KB.
Yes, and that's coming straight away on top of Sean McManus, missing one also from 30 metres out, running into an open goal. Brent Harvey's off for the Kangaroos, and Craig Scholl's on. Martin pumps the ball wide. McKernan got his hands on the ball. Carey with strength, just too big and too strong for Hazelby. To Blakey, who just belts the ball back towards the half-forward line. Great hands by Motlop. Nearly kept the ball alive. It's been called out. 16 plays 4, but some wasted opportunities by the Dockers. Shannon Motlop on screen. Just 15 games of AFL football, including a premiership. Clayton hadn't lost it. Motlop all tied up. Desperate play by Kickett, hands and knees. King leaves it for Clayton to Bell. The Dynamo pumps the ball back towards centre half forward. Big Spider stands his ground. Thumped away by Jones. Pounced on by Grant. Wants the centre of the ball. It's a great kick to Pike. Should kick a goal. And bangs it through.
Just typical play of the Kangaroos, front and square. Burton's at the front of the pack there, and Grant makes the most of his opportunities. Left foot snap, long kick by Bell into their forward 50. Burton was in front. Shannon Grant's a smart player around the pack, squared the ball up to Pike, who made no worries with this goal. Just didn't panic, and a good shot for goal.
And that really stings, doesn't it, after so much attacking play by the Dockers and inaccurate kicking. And the Roos run it down. Let's see what happens in the last couple of minutes. It went backwards. Hazelby, no advantage to his team, and now the Kangaroos can launch an attack through Simpson. He's almost within range. He's a big kick of the ball right to full forward McKernan. Well done by Brown to bring it to ground. They did pretty well in the end to concede a behind. 3-5 to 4 behinds. Psychologically, they just need to score a goal, Fremantle.
Well, they've had their opportunities, Hutto, and you just got to make the most of them. Get some confidence up.
Parker gets Cook. And now, the next kick has been the one which has been the trouble. Bandy couldn't take the mark. Motlop was excellent. Pike just sets it up to the square. Lurking down there was Bell, but well done by Jones. And he found himself clear for a moment. And that's a good kick in the end. Under pressure though. Tough for Walker, but he took his time. He just made it hard for his teammates. Shannon Grant sets it up wide. Archer running down from defence. He might have a shot.
See that handball that involved Walker then? The handball wasn't in front. So instead of Walker, you know, in that play, the ball going forward, you've got to stop.
Turn around.
And because you've got to stop, then you've got to kick around your body. And then it's silly kicking around your body, kicking short to a contest. Because when you kick around your body, you can only kick the ball high.
Wayne Carey made a run all the way from full back to provide a lead, but Archer's going to have a shot. He's going to kick long. He gets plenty on it, right to the line. Dodd able to take it and get it off to Cook. Only seconds remaining in the quarter, so that will be the quarter time score. So the Kangaroos 3-5-23 lead by 19 points at quarter time. Fremantle unable to get a goal on the board. Paul Couch.
Well, they had the opportunities, Freo, in those last 5 minutes. Modra missed one. McManus, Jones had a couple of chances just to get some confidence. The Kangaroos have taken the foot off the pedal on a few occasions, the last 10 minutes, but they're just their skill level. Shannon Grant squared the ball up to Pike. It resulted in a goal, just their quality. And just the turnovers for that quarter. The Kangaroos only had 4 and Freo 12. Hutto.
Yes, goal kickers for the Kangaroos, Pike, King and Makepeace. Fremantle trailing at quarter time by 19 points. Kangaroos 23, Fremantle 4. Let's see what happens as we start this second quarter. Burton against Michael. Nothing really doing there. Michael did pretty well and will be penalised. Simpson takes it, goes looking. Oh, King with the fly. Terrific play. The ball slewing though and out on the full.
Like gusty breeze has obviously had effect on the players kicking, because there has been a lot of just turnovers in the first quarter, and you just see David King is a very skillful player, but the Fremantle player did get close to his right foot and made him squeeze the ball to the left.
I guess it's days like this that you realise why they put a roof over Colonial. Michael, going to be really tough to play a short kicking or handballing brand of football in these conditions, and that would suit the Kangaroos. Walker, long kick, right down towards full forward. Waterhouse has got a chance here. Carey bearing down, he's got some support. Hazelby runs wide, thought about what he was doing, which was good. Set it up, Pike got a hand to it. Lang attacked it well, goes out wide, Bell in front, Dodd. Bell somehow found the ball. Dodd just didn't really get near it in the end. Brandt's kick was quick. It was towards King. Michael just shoved him away, took him out of the contest. Bell almost kicked it out of the full then. And the ball will be thrown in.
It's been a good little play for him, Peter Bell, since coming from Freo.
Is that dangerous play, KB?
No, Bell elected to jump on the ball, dive on the ball. He wasn't made any contact with. It's got to be pretty bad to get dangerous play from me, Anthony.
Fair enough. Waterhouse the target. Coops, fell over at the wrong time. And they will see a fair bit of that, I would think, this afternoon now. It's particularly just as the rain starts. Coops, well done. Into the square, one-on-one. What a battle, Modra and Martin. And Mickey wins out.
Played in front, too strong for Modra. But Coops, I think he's wearing models. Hopefully the players have got the screw-ins, because the ground will get very slippy with this rain. And Coops just fell over at a vital time here. But Mick Martin, just his body strength in front of Modra. Good play, read the ball beautifully through the air. He's just a class act, Mickey Martin.
Never gets his ambitions and capabilities
No.
confused. Mighty Mick.
Keeps it simple.
Straight for the line. Makepeace. Pumps the ball out wide. Big spider. Good grab under the conditions. Quite testing. Rain came down quite heavily. It is blowing an absolute gale at the moment. Archer has the ball thumped away by Jones. Motlop looks like he's a one-grab player. He's had a couple of great takes in this first quarter. Parker around the corner. Short kick. It's been marked by Dodd to McManus. Trying to move the ball quickly from half-back to the half-forward line. That's what they've got to do. Can't have Clive Waterhouse sitting underneath a high ball with Wayne Carey. Kick it to Hazelby. The young gun pumps the ball back towards centre half forward. Walker has been handy in this first quarter, inside 50, tumbles the kick forward, and Martin read it very well.
It almost looked like then he didn't have a shot. He was well with inside 50.
Just kicked it up to the top of the square there for Modra, but Mickey read it through the air beautifully and marked it. Brent Harvey loved these conditions.
Just come back onto the field. He was off during that first quarter, which was surprising because he's averaging 26 possessions a game.
Carey gets it looking for Abraham. Motlop went through. Bootsman did well not to infringe. And Michael, who's been pretty good, feeds Bandy. So the Dockers starting to run. They've started this quarter in positive fashion, but well tackled.
Well tackled.
Bell had time and didn't dispose of the ball. Simpson gets it away to half forward, and Blakey takes it too far out to score. Burton has pushed well forward. He might be the target. Sets up to the top of the square. He's still lurking. Goes Motlop. Still going Motlop. Abraham, they're now outside 50. As you can see, tough for Cook here. 3 to beat and did it pretty well. Grant threw that out. King, a handball. Parker shows clean pair of heels to Lang and then just bombs it up onto the wing. Coops was the target. Clayton came in, threw it out in front of himself. Played over the top of the ball, didn't take it with him. This is Sinclair now. Did the right thing, banged it onto the boot. You've got to do that sometimes in these conditions. Waterhouse, well done. McManus, can this be a goal to the Dockers? Yes, it is. So Sean McManus breaks the duck, and I tell you what, they're playing some pretty good footy at the moment, KB.
Yes, that was a nice build-up. They missed a couple of opportunities, as we said in that first quarter, Paul. And Sean McManus was one of those players, but we see here maybe a little shove there to Wayne Carey. Clive Waterhouse
Read the ball.
can be very lively. And at least a good finish. So a confidence-boosting goal to the Fremantle Dockers. They only trail by 12 points. Spider Burton trying to give North Melbourne first touch from that centre square. Bandy got a hand onto it. Motlop looks a very lively player. It's a good kick, just maybe a little bit too much carry for Scholl. I thought he may have even slipped a little bit under the conditions, and Parker drills it and finds Longmuir. So the Dockers, maybe Boyd. Great athleticism by Spider Burton going to ground when you're 7 foot tall. Carey goes short, intercepted Longmuir. Tried to find Dirty Harry. Callaghan got the bounce he wanted. Onto the left boot, kicks a high ball back to centre forward. Clive will hit the pack hard. Coops had it and lost it. Pike now playing across half back. Started at full forward. Dodd, who can win a lot of the ball. He's a great ball winner. Kicks the ball wide.
Well, they're attacking hard, Fremantle.
And Cook
working hard, chasing
free
hard.
kick plus 50.
And you just saw Dodd there. There was 2 North Melbourne players there. He just went in between the middle of them and attacked the ball hard. He got the ball off to Cook. He's got a 50-metre penalty. He got a chance for goal.
Well, he's been a real surprise packet. Just really didn't consolidate himself with the Sydney Swans. This year, he's been averaging 23 possessions a game.
Not the longest 50 in the world, that one either.
Well, the breeze is quite strong as well. It's very gusty. So it won't be an easy kick. Troy Cook has kicked the 4 goals for the season. The ball might go straight to the line. Got the distance. Not the accuracy.
Well, Jess Sinclair's had 9 possessions, 6 kicks, 3 handballs. Brad Dodd has been good off the half-back line on the wing. 6 kicks, 3 handballs. So they've had contributors all over the ground, Fremantle. So they're working hard, just not getting the results.
Fairly open half-back line for the Kangaroos. The kick just missed Simpson, but they worked pretty hard. Coops did really well, made the steal. Looks up, goes for Modra in good shape.
Good work.
He kicked it well. He kicked it to the side that Modra was on, and then he just protected Martin. Well, the ball from Martin.
Yeah, it's good work by Modra. Just pushed him off on the side there too. Just used the body well. Read the ball well through the air. And just rotated his body as he chest marked, so Mick couldn't get a punch at it. So it's good play by Modra.
Tough angle here for Tony Modra.
He'll kick these. He usually kicks these.
He missed the very easy shot, or relatively easy shot, in the first quarter. Let's see if he can... Well, he does run around. Good looking kick. He's happy with it. Well done to the Fremantle Dockers and to Tony Modra. And there's only 5 points the difference at the MCG.
Well, they missed their opportunities in that last bit of the first quarter there, the Dockers, but they've made the most of the opportunities here. North Melbourne just a little bit sloppy with their play. Coops has been good, driven it forward a couple of times, inside 50. Modra did a great job there. Good body work and goal.
Well, Damien Drum, he'd be a happy man. Surprise, surprise, because the Dockers have burst out in this second quarter. They've kicked the first 2 goals of the term. And it was great play by Stephen Coops. Take a bow, because when he got that ball to Tony Modra, it was a good tackle, followed up well. Clem Michael, an underrated player, starting to make a name for himself in the game. Chance for Bootsma, 26 years of age, new recruit Modra. It's the ball hard, Martin playing in front as he pinged over the top. Very, very lucky for Mighty Mick. Loose ball, Makepeace, not quite hitting a target. Blakey, over 300 games now. Carey back in defence, chips the ball to King, loves to run with it and set it up. He'll take him on. Rockets the ball to Harvey. These conditions suit. He won the E.J. Whitten medal on this ground in appalling conditions. 3 bounces, it just won't come up. Carries the ball, 4 bounces, wants to take him on. Did he go too far? To Motlop, outside of 50, centering kick. Grant had it, dropped it, quick snap. It's missed.
Well, they had no one to kick it to, Harvey. There was no one, not at all in the inside 50 for North Melbourne there. So he had no option just to run with the ball there, wait until he got an option. Saw Shannon Grant, squared the ball up, and Grant on his opposite side just missed a hard chance for goal.
Credit there to the Dockers, because they did run back well to give Harvey nothing to kick to when the Kangaroos had a burst.
Well, I think you mentioned, Paul, earlier you thought the Kangaroos might have been a bit sluggish.
Yeah, I reckon they're a bit Learising today.
They get themselves off the bit. Sometimes it's very difficult. If the Dockers can get some confidence, they've won both their games in Melbourne this year against the Magpies and the Tigers at Colonial Stadium. As we see, Bandy sees the ball over the line for a toss back in.
And your captain just indicated there in that first quarter, didn't really attack the ball hard when he had a chance to mark. He had Burton drop a mark, just a few of the good players just dropping marks, just seemed to be just off the pace and taking the foot off the pedal.
Coops again involved, but numbers with the Roos. Took a long time, Bell. He was sizing up what he had, and he did pretty well. Carey. Good persistence by Brown. Walker was, in fact, who was really harassing Carey. Finally got clear. Good-looking kick. Bandy crunched him. Play on, said the umpire. Jones had to be good here. Overran the ball. Scholl feeds out. And King will probably kick a goal. No.
Yes, it's not happening for the Kangaroos here. They're missing shots. Jones was that was poor play by him. Should have covered the ball there. Put your body over the ball, son, and make sure you get it to your teammate. Don't give it up so easily. Just didn't cover the ball well enough here. Got to really want it. Just paddle. Just went over the top of it. You've got to make more of it. An effort.
Well, they turned it over on the kick in.
I've played in a lot of games like this, KB, where you're expected to win the game, and when you're not playing well and things don't look right, you get dragged down a level, and they've just been a little bit sloppy, the Kangaroos, with their disposal. A bit haphazard, not a lot of blocking, not a lot of shepherding there for their teammates.
And you've got to give a lot of credit to the Dockers too. I reckon have been very positive in the way they've played. Bootsma can carry it all the way out of 50. Goes for Waterhouse, who's now got Archer to contend with. Gee, contended with him well then, and gets a free kick. Well done. He can kick the ball down to Troy Longmuir, who leads into the pocket. Goes for Modra. Longmuir in support.
Mickey's too good, just his body strength there. Longmuir should have spoken to Modra, give him a hand out, tell him to back himself in. Go back into Mick and I think make more of an effort.
The better target then would have been Longmuir, who was drifting down. Carey gives away a shove and shakes his hand.
You've got to remember, Tony Modra led, and the kick was a poor one. It didn't favour Tony Modra.
True, Kevin.
Well, now he bombs again. They've got an extra man back, Pike. Tough for Modra here. Pike and Burton were both back there, and no one really contesting against Big Spider Burton. Pike just into trouble a bit there. His kick was a hurried one. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but they'll get away. Clayton goes for Scholl, who's in front. It was a good kick.
Motlott's been very dangerous today. He's had 6 kicks, 6 handballs. He's been very creative in the forward line, in through the midfield there. Well, took the ball well off the pack there and just set the play up for the Kangaroos.
Scholl and Parker were the only 2 players in the North 50 there. So the pass had to be accurate, and it was. Craig Scholl gets good contact, although he's pushed it across to the right. And so the Kangaroos and the Dockers both with the inaccuracy disease. We saw a lot of that at Colonial Stadium last night. Unbelievable kicking from Carlton and St Kilda. 3-8, playing 2-6 here at the MCG.
Kangaroos by 8 points. Very determined and dogged. Fremantle Dockers. Parker just pumps the ball wide. One-on-one contest. Clayton got his hands on the ball, pounced on. Clayton did well. A second effort to Carey. Around the corner, high ball. Under pressure was McKernan. Kick it did well, made it a contest. Boundary throw in.
There's a lazy kick by Wayne Carey there. A bit more purpose, just kicked it up in the air. Gave McKernan no chance. Kicked it up too high and let the Fremantle Dockers get a chance to punch the ball.
McKernan and Michael. Lockhorns. Blakey did well, read it out of the air. Walker had it and lost it. Blakey again. Just fired the ball out. Some good tackling and harassing here by the Dockers. And Bell has the ball trapped underneath.
Carey's moved forward, going to centre half forward now, and more of a settled back line. Pike's gone back into the back end there. More traditional Kangaroos line up now.
And Daniel Bandy has picked up Wayne Carey. Spider Burton hands on the ball first. McManus was a wild handball taken away by Walker. Did well under pressure. Just pumped the ball back to the edge of the centre square. Chance for the Dockers. Longmuir, 65 metres out. Modra, too much carry. No! Great grab.
It was a pretty good kick too. I know
Great kick.
Did appear to have too much carry, and Modra took it really well, didn't he? But
he's got a lot of skill, the kid Longmuir, but they were good at this stoppage play there on the wing. The Dockers in hard at the ball, got the ball out. 2-on-1 situation. The Dockers made the most of it, and Modra, great mark under the conditions.
Do you think it's a bit of a moral victory with Carey being moved into attack for the Dockers? That doesn't mean much on the board.
Tony Modra just bangs it through. So Tony Modra has kicked the goal. That's his second. And he's kicked 29 goals for the season. He's missed the last 3 games. He is a champion full forward, Tony Modra. He's got a great goal average. He's kicked 129 goals in the season. That's been his best effort. He's won a John Coleman medal, and he's had a lot of battles with this man, Mick Martin. And a good kick, a good mark, and a very good goal.
So, Tony Modra leading a challenge here, and I'll tell you another player who's playing well. I reckon Coops has done a really good job for the Dockers. He was involved again in that passage. He flew against Byron Pickett, which is no mean feat, and brought it to ground.
Well, the clearances are pretty even, 11 all, so Freo have matched the North Melbourne midfield.
Well, King gets the Kangaroos, who just be a bit concerned. As we said, Carey's gone forward. McManus, Brown, under pressure they were, hurried. Simpson came charging through. Michael through the middle is Coops. He just fumbled. Burton did well, but Michael equally as well wrapped him up, and they all play Ringa Ringa Rosie, and we all fall down.
I think Dennis Baker might have a bit to say to the Kangaroos at half-time. A bit lazy today, the work, but the Dockers have put it to him pretty hard. McManus has been good. Coops has been good on Pickett, who's a very, very good player. So.
Still 8 minutes to go in this quarter, and the Kangaroos are very good late in quarters. They have been over the years. Cook just was patient enough to find a man. Kick it probably a little bit, had a bit more time than he thought. Coops again involved, shoveling it on. Now, well done by the Dockers. Good fighting. He's going to be pinged here. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. Abraham to take the free. Certainly throwing themselves in, both teams, particularly the Dockers. Carey the target. They ganged up on him there. Carey won it at ground level. Couldn't be effective with it. That's a pretty bad handball. Let's Motlop in. Harvey, as they start to build, straightens up with Simpson. Sets it up. All Dockers there. Shoal flew blindly. McManus takes the mark.
Shep on his own out wide.
Yeah, on the ground. Really, there wasn't much on for him. He goes for Coops. Oh, terrific grab. He's showing his talent this afternoon. Waterhouse, good position to mark this one. Could go back. He's got a couple in the middle. Got to fire it. Oh, he kicked it very high, but it might be all right. Yes. Plays on Callaghan and laconically puts them in front. Oh! Yelpy.
Well, it was good work. Shep out on wide in the half-forward flank there. Made the most of his opportunities, but it was good vision and good work by the Freo. But it was also good work by Modra to block the mark and let Callaghan go for the mark. It was good work here. And Waterhouse has got a little bit of pace here for Archer. It's good work. You see Modra just on screen there. Just block Callaghan to score a goal.
Kangaroos goalless in this second term, and the Dockers have booted 4. They've hit the front. 4-6-30 to 3-8-26. Playing with confidence. Bring the ball out of the centre square. Brown had a fresh air shot. They'll pile on top. I really have
just goes to show
admired their ability to actually try and get some numbers to the ball. It happened before with Wayne Carey. You called it, Paul, where he was against Daniel Bandy, and Clem Michael was desperate to get to the contest to help him out.
But you can't take your foot off the pedal, and the Kangaroos haven't come here with it switched on. And you can see that early in the piece.
Spider caught high, should have got a free kick. Bell, wasn't a clean possession. Take 2, pumps the ball back towards centre half forward. Caught under the ball, that time was McKernan. And Bandy runs away from half back. Finds McManus, who's been in great form. This is his 10th possession. He's had 3 marks. He's also booted a goal. Modra's going to be the target. Longmuir couldn't take it. Off hands, Mighty Mick comes away. This is where they've been good, the Dockers. They've tried to put as much pressure on the ball carrier as they can. Cook backs back, took courage. Coming in hard was McKernan again. Half smother off the boot to Blakey. Can't get it out of trouble. Just with strength, forced it forward. Simpson wants a kind bounce, gets one. 70 metres out, pumps it forward. And it bounced towards the goals. Too much carry over the line. For a toss back in.
Just a pressure by the Dockers though. Adam Simpson had plenty of time there to look up and see Wayne Carey on his own. They're just the pressure of the Dockers all around the ground. They've tightened up on the Kangaroos and made it very hard for them to get a clean disposal. So good work.
Just over 5.5 minutes left in this second term. Kangaroos' last goal, 26-minute mark. Who would have thought that? McKernan Plucked it out of the air, taken away by Jones.
Oh, no, you can't afford to do that, son.
Had it and lost it. They'll share the ball around. Cook again has been very good today. 9 possessions. Walker in the back pocket. Has won a bit of the ball as well. So a transfer of play to kick it. They'll set it up short. Danger. But Longmuir has taken the mark. Justin Longmuir. Short. Looking for Callaghan. That was a dangerous kick.
He should have taken it out in his hands, KB, there. Gave the Kangaroos player an opportunity to punch the ball away. Went for the chest mark. Out in your hands, Craig.
Their skills just breaking down a little bit there, but gee, for most of the day, they've held up really well with their short kicking. And if they've tried to probably avoid some of the Kangaroos stars and prime movers. Big chance here. Abraham breaks the drought. So Kangaroos back in front, and it took Winnie Abraham.
Well, Fremantle in the second quarter, just stoppages on play, been very, very good. That's the only time the Kangaroos got a clear run of the ball, clear shot at it from a stoppage and play, and Winston Abraham has a pretty quiet day so far, made the most of his opportunities here. Quickly onto it, and generally doesn't miss these. He's got good skill level, good technique, goal.
What a game it's been so far. Who would have thought that the Dockers were going to take it up to the Kangaroos in this second term, 4 goals to 1. They trail by 2 points, 4-8 plays 4-6 after trailing by 19 points at quarter time. Full of merit by the Dockers. Simpson climbs back off the ground. He's had a great season, averaging 22 possessions a game. In fact, that strong midfield, and Brent Harvey's just gone off. He's been averaging 26. This is the second time he's been on the bench. Strong midfield of Simpson, King, Bell and Harvey have been averaging 100 possessions a game. There's Peter Bell on the bottom of the pack.
Brent Harvey's had 7. Peter Bell's had 14, so they've had a bit of the ball, but just not using it properly, overusing it, a bit scrambly with their play.
Haven't been clean with the ball today,
not at all. Just not switched on, KB. You can see that early in the piece.
I don't take too much away from the Dockers, though. They've really got in hard. I've been impressed with their desperation in the second term. Callaghan has got it on centre wing. They've run hard, the Dockers. Pumps the ball in the centre half forward. Waterhouse holds the front position. Oh, couldn't quite get his hands on the crumb. There's a free kick to the Kangaroos. They'll have to come back. Troy Makepeace kicked the first goal of the match. Short, loose player, Kelthorpe. Started on the bench. Motlop has been one of their better players. Towards centre half forward, Bandy made it a contest.
Played in front.
Bootsma goes to ground. You've got to keep your feet. Lee Brown, an impressive young player, has played every game this year. Caught high was Cook. Will take the free. Just over 3 minutes left.
Bandy's got the pace to go with Carey too. He looks a bit tired. He's just 15 to 20 metres away from him all the time.
Abraham showed courage. Carey just cleaned up and went to John Blakey.
Just a big 3 minutes here, KB, for Fremantle.
Kicks a long ball because McKernan is the target. And that time, just a bit too big, too strong, and plus, it was a beautiful kick to position. Didn't have to break stride. And the young man, although disappointed, really didn't have much of a chance with that kick from Wayne Carey.
He was out of position, KB, but he could have punched his arm there. Just watched the ball, had his chances there. Just sit up a bit.
Just couldn't quite get there. He jumped early too, McKernan. Not always the best shot for goal, Corey McKernan. Does go through some stages where he doesn't kick straight.
He's only kicked poorly today, the whole
30 metres out.
No, they've missed it.
And McKernan has pushed it left.
We're just not on song today. Craig Scholl missed an easy one. He usually kicks it from 50 out. He missed an easy one, and you've seen McKernan's, KB spoke about it. He does miss those shots.
So last 2 minutes of the quarter, and as I've mentioned a couple of times, important for Fremantle to finish off their good work in this term. The umpire blew the whistle, but that was just a warning whistle. Troy Longmuir, who's been good, takes the mark. Now this is where just in the last few minutes they've been a little bit hesitant, but they've done it well. McManus spotting up Bandy.
So 13 possessions, McManus.
Bandy's been good too, goes to half forward. Callaghan came in late. Coops just will of the whiff. Oh, Waterhouse. Crucial error, but it actually turned out very well. Toya went the pass rather than the shot, and it turned out to be a good decision. No, I don't think it was significant enough contact to be 50. But I thought Toya was going to have a shot then from 35 out, KB, but in the end he got his man.
Well, the rule is inside 50, you go for goal. Just a bit hesitant on the kick there. Should have went for it. Decides to go for the pass to Mudra. It was a good pass. I thought it was a bit late, that punch. It was 50.
Well, big kick. Put the Dockers in front with a minute and a half remaining. Good kick too. Drills it. And the Dockers are in front again. And the way to go at the moment is down to Tony Modra, who's kicked 3 goals. And I mentioned Troy Longmuir, who's been another good player for them this afternoon.
Well, Coops is very good in that contest too. Front and square, got the ball on quickly. Toya just moved the ball very quickly into their forward line. 1-on-1, Modra makes no mistake. And that's his 3rd.
$30 goals for the season to Tony Modra, and Craig Scholl comes off, and Durkee comes on, also playing against his old side. Terrific player, Tony Modra. Never remonstrates with the fullback, never argues with the umpire, just plays the ball on its merits. Longmuir pulled off the ball. Kangaroos got to be desperate now. Motlop, one grab player. He's been North's best player just about to Carey. Bandy's done well and has finally pushed it through for a behind. Been very impressed with Shannon Motlop. He's been so good today. He's been a one-grab player. He's taken a couple of amazing takes. He's had 15 possessions and has really been clean with his hands, but Bandy full
sensational. Marks. Push back, lunged at the ball, desperation, didn't know what trouble he was getting into and did a great job there. Desperation stakes, just typical of Freo's play.
Parker does well, pumps the ball wide. Longmuir from behind. Clayton got a fist to the ball, Makepeace. Looks like a handy player. Parker thought he took the mark, wasn't paid. Durkee, the tackler, too high.
I think he realised that he deserved the mark and squared up with a free kick there.
Gets it out wide. Walker, they've got a loose man over the top. They've got 45 seconds to get the ball down and score a goal. Jones, still there's a loose man on the wing.
Too
that
slow.
was Toya, but he didn't go for him. He goes inboard. Bootsma takes the mark. Cox gets to 30 seconds now. And the opportunities, well, now he goes for Toya on the wing, and there is another man pushing
Dodd's
forward. Dodd. Coops over the top, so they'll get one more chance. McManus, can he use it? He's going to have to get rid of it by hand now. Oh, very quick Dodd. Spots up, good kick, and Daniel Bandy can score from here with 8 seconds remaining. So they did it pretty hard there, but they will get a shot at goal.
But what the Kangaroos did, flooded down, all down to the 20 metres out from goal there, and they left Daniel Bandy loose. It was good play by the Dockers just to share the ball around.
Well, he's booted 6 goals for the season.
So the Dockers, the Dockers will be in front at half-time. The question is the margin, and the answer is 3 points. Well, he started that one online and just faded away. So Fremantle taking the points in the first half, no question about that. 5 goals, 7-37 to 4-10-34. They kicked 4 goals, 3 in that quarter, and the Kangaroos kicked 1 goal, 5, Catchy.
Well, they dominated the inside 50s, Freo, 15-12 that time from the Kangaroos. McManus missed a couple early, Jones, Modra, and they just would have been fantastic for Bandy to kick that because they played very well. And look, Pagan's going to be very angry at half-time, Hutto.
Half-time, Freo 5-7. The Kangaroos 4-10. Back shortly with the second half. To full forward. Daniel Bandy still standing next to him. McKernan also up forward. Johnny Blakey also up there. So the Guns are in the prime position for the Roos as we start the third quarter. Michael and Burton both misjudging it slightly, though Burton did pretty well to keep his feet and get the tap down. And that will go again in the middle of the ground. Waterhouse still manned up by Archer. You see our umpires, Wazzo, Fox and Harvey. Johnny Harvey, who is one of the best bouncers in the business. Puts down a pretty straight one. Michael didn't get infringed for hanging on there against Burton. Sinclair came through. Well, Coops wrapped up Bell when he really didn't have the ball, but they might get away with it. Cook Coops again, just so hard at the ball. Almost as good as a kick. Down to Waterhouse. King, high tackle, will get a free kick. Was a little lucky because he ducked his head, but it was there. Kelthorpe starts the second half on the ground. Clayton was very quick to dish off and get it to Grant, who under pressure goes for Carey, and Carey will get this on the bounce. Bootsma was good to just keep applying the pressure. Carey didn't get it in the end. Harvey, was he held without it? No. Pretty good at throwing his arms back there. Said I was
you see the difference in their play already, the Kangaroos. Prepared to play on at all costs there. And I think somebody down midfield there, I think it's Shannon Grant, who's injured in the middle of the ground, so he doesn't look too good.
Well, Brent Harvey spent a bit of time on the interchange bench as well. He's been one of their gun players this year. And we can see Shannon Grant, who came through that centre square and kicked that ball down to Wayne Carey, and he looks to be in a fair bit of trouble. They've already lost Jason McCartney, who went off in the first quarter with what appeared to be a hamstring. And this is a double blow now to the Kangaroos. Jones, first 10 minutes, so important for the Dockers to try and continue that momentum that they had in that second quarter when they kicked 5 goals to 1. Ship pumps the ball wide. A lot of uncontested marks for the Dockers in that first half. Brown took the ball from Callahan, and falling over at the critical moment was Clive Waterhouse, so Archer pumps the ball back and finds Blakey. Makepeace in the centre square, long bomb. Big pack of players. McKernan, strong overhead, has had no real great impact on the game today. Clayton tried to find Durkay, wasn't clean with his hands. Loose ball, Jones leaves it for Bootsma, who comes away and heads straight for the line. It was a clever kick in the end, because really they were outnumbered out wide. Stephen Coops was there. It was really surprised me with his tackling today. I didn't realise Stephen Coops was such a good tackler. We know he's got great ability and great touch and can do some wonderful things. And we see Grant going down there just in the corner of the picture as he kicked that ball. So he just might have rolled himself a little bit on the ankle. Yeah, it did look like an ankle. Burton over the top. Michael just been really good around the packs this afternoon in clearing a path. Dodd helped it on. Umpire Harvey almost got the road. Coops came in a little bit indiscriminately. Play on is the call. Pickett can set up Pike as it opens. Oh, he's goal! He just got rid of it in time. Clayton was there to help out. Archer, things opening up. McKernan over his head. Back to half back. Under pressure, Parker did well. Bootsma, who's been pretty impressive. You can see that he has played a lot of football. Out wide, Cook, who's been really good. And this is no exception. They've got a man over the top. Waterhouse can find him. He can't. He tells Dodd to go down long. Oh, it's a bad kick.
Because he had Daniel Bandy there. He pushed down from full back under Carey. He's on his own there and he missed him.
And Longmuir had pushed down as well.
The problem was that Longmuir wasn't as smart as Clive Waterhouse was then, because Waterhouse wanted him to go behind Mighty McMartin, and as a result he had to hold back and then finally kick from a standing position.
Carey's a long way away from Bandy and will receive this one. But the Dockers have pushed back, so there was no easy kick. This is Makepeace. He was under pressure as he kicked.
Push. Oh. There wasn't much in it, but there was a bit of a push in the back there.
In the back, yeah, so it's going to come back to Troy Makepeace.
And why Carey had that ball in the centre wing there was because Daniel Bandy pushed down. He was on his own. It's just disappointing. A quick turnover and your opposition player gets it. Really does hurt you and annoy you.
Dockers by 3 points, 37 plays, 34. 5 goals, all coming in the second term for the Dockers. Kangaroos go short to Harvey. Just the 8 possessions so far in the game. He's been averaging 26. High ball, they're looking for Carey, hasn't kicked a goal today. Modra has booted 3. He's down in the back pocket, kicks the ball wide. Chance for Cook. Happy to see the ball over the line for a toss back in.
I thought Modra was going to straighten up and have a shot for a minute. In fact, it was probably almost his best option because he had nowhere to kick it.
I thought it was his first thought.
Hazelby has come on for the Dockers. So the Kangaroos with a chance on 50. And McManus puts the ball over the line. He's been a good player today with 14 possessions, 3 marks and a goal. And we see Shannon Grant, who was carried off by a couple of trainers a few moments ago.
Well, that means they're 2 down, doesn't it, with McCartney out as well?
The Dockers have held firm, though. It's 5 minutes into play there, and the Kangaroos haven't scored, so they've done well the first 5 minutes.
It's an important 5 minutes for them. Callahan pumps the ball back. Pickett goes to ground. King will clean up. Get support also from Martin Pike. Pickett runs on. Hasn't been as devastating this year. He has played a bit up forward as well. The Norwich Rising Star when it's a good kick. Finds Mick Martin on the edge of the centre square, trying to run Tony Modra up the ground.
Gee, Shannon Grant's back on.
Well, that's good news. He must have just given it a twinge. He might kick a goal. Way off target. In fact, out of bounds on the full.
Gee, what a recovery.
Well, you go
So
off and you have a drink of Lewards water and you come straight back on.
There might have been something else that pumped into the ankle there, I think.
What a jab of elephant juice.
There's something in that water, KB.
Jones goes for Hazelby versus King. Superior strength there from King. Hazelby did
Fell
well.
over.
Didn't give away the free kick. Gets it to Toya. Needs sure ball handling. Watch out. Must have been some good talk. Got beat the ball. Clive came over the top. No, the mark was paid to Longmuir. I thought Sir Clive had taken it, but...
And the mistake was made over there on the half-forward flank for the Freo Dockers there, because King went to ground, just slipped over at the vital time there. You can't afford to slip over. Waterhouse helped Longmuir take that mark there.
Archer was late on the scene, so big kick for Troy Longmuir. Not much on it. But
That's enough.
It's cleared the pack, and it was a very low trajectory kick.
And there, McManus is there giving high fives to Longmuir. It's been great play by the Dockers. It's been sensational. They held sway there the first 7 minutes of play there. They scored the first goal. King went to ground. Should have stayed over the top of the ball there. Hazelby was smart play to Toya and squared the ball up to Longmuir and Gold.
We're looking at a major upset today. It's been a 28-point turnaround since quarter time. When the Kangaroos led by 19 points, they trailed by 3 points at halftime. 5 goals to 1 by the Dockers in that second term. Now they've kicked the first goal of this third quarter. 43 plays 34. Spider Burton against his old side. Pumps the ball deep into the forward line. It's a penetrating kick.
Carey was held.
Carey looked like it was manhandled. And it was picked up. And he'll be shooting directly in front, just 30 metres out. Now, both sides have missed some easy goals today, so this may not be a gimme. Yet to kick a goal, Wayne Carey.
Held out of the contest here. You can see Bandy just holding his jumper there. Couldn't get a go at its free kick given.
He's kicked 18 goals for the season. Directly in front, the King. North Melbourne badly need a goal, and he hammers it home.
Well, we've seen the Kangaroos play a little bit more direct in this quarter, and certainly showed Carey they've put the structure back. Carey at full forward, usually plays a centre half forward, but Burton went long, and that's what the Kangaroos have done in this quarter. Tried to go long, pressure there, top of the goal square there, and had no choice there. Bandy was worried about Carey and Gold.
So the Kangaroos answering straight away. Important period of time, we said early in this second half. And Freo, obviously, after kicking the first goal, they just can't afford to believe that their job is done. It certainly isn't. Long way to go yet. Grant out of the middle. Jones stood up but just didn't complete the mark. Kickett was under pressure. Went again, but so did Motlop. Abraham came through. Look away handball. He should have looked. It might have been better. But he goes again. Runs into trouble. Runs out of it. Runs back into it. And
Free kick given.
he's going to get a free off the ball. I think it's going to McManus against Kelthorpe. He's switching play. He just hesitated for a moment. He saw that it was Carey who was chasing Jones, and he just thought, I'm not sure whether to give it or not.
Well, Bandy's got to run hard to space.
He has. He kicks around the corner to get Bandy, and he goes for Coops, but it was a scrubby kick, tough for Coops. He tapped it on. Toya overran it, and then he goes again. Toya did well. Waterhouse, outside 50. Coops caught, holding the ball. Not paid. Well, I'll get you to explain that one for me, KB, in a minute. Harvey kicks it along the wing position. Bootsma did well, under pressure to get it at Walker. He takes them on. He's got to get rid of it quickly. How far did he run? Not far enough.
Oh, good play.
Kick. And Callaghan takes the mark.
And you've seen a lot of fumbling by Harvey there, and Archer, not quite sure about it. They're just off the boil today, the Kangaroos. Not clean disposal. And Walker with great pace set it up beautifully. On a tight angle, Callaghan's made space into the forward pocket there, so it's going to be a fair shot to kick from there.
Goes short and gets Coops. Getting back to that possible holding the ball. What did you think, KB? Did you think he had prior opportunity?
I thought he did, and unless he disposed of it with a quick handball, I'd have to see it again. Because if you don't dispose of it by hand or by foot, then of course you get penalised. So maybe a lucky break there for the Fremantle Dockers.
Well, Coops has been outstanding today. Deserves a goal. Be a tough ask from deep in the pocket. It's close. Modra was up just across the face a little.
It's been very good, Stephen Coops, but Pickett has let him have plenty of space today. Hasn't been all that tight on him. Prepared to do his own thing, Pickett, and Coops has been very good on him. If there's a tackle, there should have been a free kick. He had plenty of time.
King to bring the ball back into play for the Kangaroos, goes straight up the centre of the ground. High flyers, no one had any real purchase on the ball. Caught is Abraham, they'll pile on top. The Dockers are desperate. Brown wants a free kick, he'll get a ball up.
I think it's time to put Corey McKernan into the ruck here, KB. Get a bit of strength around the on balls there, just stoppages on play.
And you can see Dennis Pagan maybe getting a little bit agitated. He said before the game to Paul Couch, this may not be as easy as what you think it is. And that's the way it's panning out. Simpson caught. It's the tackling of the Dockers today. And this man, Stephen Coops, take a bow, because he has been magnificent today in that department. Missed a season with a knee reconstruction. He's come back. Kicks it to Waterhouse, who is quick, goes to the ground. His teammate crashed into him, was Daniel Bandy. Pike squeezed over the line for a boundary throw in.
Good pressure again by the Fremantle forwards.
So a big chance for the Dockers. Spider Burton to do the ruck work. Clem Michael comes down, they'll lock horns. Waterhouse takes it out of the air, caught. Tries to offload it to Michael. Pike had it. Just lost his footing. Did well enough to squeeze it out. Pumped forward by Calthorpe to the centre square. Chance for Kickett. He'll close quickly. 2 against 1. Winston Abraham. Clever play. Does well on hands and knees. Blakey to King. The old firm combine. Here's Carey. He's going to kick a goal. 2 goals in the quarter. Winston Abraham. Winston Abraham, take a bow. Kangaroos in front by 2 points.
And the Kangaroos have only taken 6 marks in the forward 50, 1 contested. Freo defence has 18 marks, so they played very well, the Freo defence today. But Carey, Kickett just slipped over the vital time there. He had to keep his feet. Blakey was smart, used the ball. King, with his good silky skills, straight to Carey and goal.
So the Kangaroos back in front. A little counter-attack. Bell trying to charge through. Carey's kicked a couple in the quarter. Walker. Freo trying hard. Toya. And the umpire deciding to bounce. So the move of Carey back to his more familiar surroundings. 1 out in the forward line. Paying some dividends, but gee, Fremantle have still been really competitive in this quarter. So this game anything but over. Bell just opens up a bit for them. It goes to Carey again. He stayed down that time. Harvey squeezed it through. Clever footy. Walker was at the top of the square, but Harvey knew he had enough space to do one of those little low reverse kicks and just angled it through.
Well, King and Bell have got in control here. Bell was pretty good in the first half, didn't use the ball all that well, but just long and direct. You see the Kangaroos change their game in this third quarter, and Harvey a quick burst on the score and kicked a good goal.
Kangaroos just starting to flex their muscle. Just under 10 minutes left in this third term. Got to stop the ball from getting quickly into the forward line, because Carey and the likes of Harvey and Bell, they will hurt. King stands and delivers. Centre half forward. McKernan hits it hard.
Kicking a lot longer and more direct now. King's been very good in this third quarter. Really set him alight.
McKernan.
Give him a life in their body now.
65 metres out from goal. Carey indicates, kick it back behind me so I can run onto the ball. Lead was on, it's been ignored. He fancies his chances. Corey McKernan. He'll take a big kick. He's a good 65 metres out. It's a big bomb. It's going to the square. Burton's in front. The fist away came from Michael McManus. He'll head straight for the line. Bell wants a free. He'll get a boundary throw in.
You'll see the Kangaroos just lift their work rate here. A lot more run out of the back line. King's been very good in that regard, but great strong mark by McKernan. He's been very quiet today. Hasn't had a lot of the ball, only 7 possessions today.
Boundary throw in just 40 metres around from goal. McKernan over the back. Cook read it well to Toya. So a transfer of play.
Motlop's been great today.
And Motlop has been great with his hands and a great smother, and they have to force it through for a behind.
Very good inside today, Motlop. Got good vision, sets the ball up, doesn't panic when he gets it. Very good player. Only sees his teammates, doesn't see the opposition even if they're beside him. That's a sign of a very, very good player.
So the Dockers just need a good little 5-minute patch to just break even and have some positive moves forward, hopefully kick a goal. And then maybe they can regroup. Bandy pushing forward. Has he gone off Carey? The move might have been made.
Parker's gone on dead, Carey.
Yep, and he's up on the wing.
Glenn Michael's gone off too. I think he may have dislocated a finger.
Which is a real worry. That's probably why the move's been made, because Michael's been terrific. McManus had no one in support. And Clayton went for the boundary line when he had 2 players clear, and one of them was Carey. He won't be very happy with that kick.
Just panicked a little bit, just under pressure there. When you got the ball and you're clear, how many times do you see a bloke get caught from behind? You don't see it, so you just take your time, don't give the ball up. You'd rather get tackled than give the ball up like that too easily.
Well, it'll be very important for Fremantle that Michael can get that thumb put back into place and maybe reappear on the ground. Jones, gee, was strong in the pack then, but didn't quite complete the mark.
That's a big
Toya
free
well
kick.
tackled and penalised. What do you think, KB?
Well, I'd like to see with Jones, because I thought he may have had a bit of purchase on that ball.
Yeah.
Andy
I thought it was a free
back.
kick too, KB. He was straight over the top of him.
Takes that mark across half back. So they've been working on Clem Michael has cooked marks also at half back, so a transfer of play. They've conceded ground. Lee Brown, an impressive young player, kicks the ball wide, finds Longmuir. Justin, his brother Troy, also playing today. So they share the ball around, kick it inside the centre square. 156 games. Gee, he's been a great player for the Dockers. Cross half-back has really made his mark in this game. Archer back with courage. McManus has been handy all day. Just didn't find a target. Clayton just belts the ball back, a high ball. McKernan. Here's Archer.
Carey.
Make that Carey. Correction, Carey the king. Pumps it long, running with the flight. Harvey needs a kind bounce and he bangs it through. Well, they've been so damaging. Wayne Carey's booted 2 goals this quarter, and so has Brent Harvey. And all of a sudden, they lead by 15 points after trailing by 3 points at half-time.
Carey was very good there. It was one-on-one situation with McKernan. Took the option, kicked it long to Harvey, who didn't let him down goal.
8-11 plays 6-8. 15 points. There's the margin. Oh, Longmuir, Justin Longmuir doing the ruck work there. So they've decided to keep Bandy back. And they can't almost afford to do that in the ruck. Bandy with Carey. Blakey went down as if he'd been shot.
Holding the ball. It's got to be holding the ball. If it wasn't a free kick.
Had to be one way or the other, didn't it? You'd think.
He tucked it underneath. He did duck his head. There's a couple of free kicks that Freo have missed out on. Just ducked his head here. That was holding the ball. Can't go to ground and hold on to it.
John Harvey. Burton against Longmuir. Bell. Simpson, standing start, tried to squeeze it out. And Jones in the last line. What do you think, KB? They've gone with Justin Longmuir in the ruck. They've decided to keep Bandy back in defence. Carey looks like he's about to break clear. With Michael off the ground, it's going to be a huge height advantage, isn't it?
Makes it very difficult for him, but Carey is looming as a big problem. Full forward with 2 goals, and of course Harvey's feeding off Carey as well with another 2, so it's been worth 4 goals to him, that move this quarter.
Well, Waterhouse dropping one he needed to take. Lucky to get away with it, really. Copped a little high tackle. good positive movement. No, it's got to come back.
And just in the centre clearances, Hutto, Kangaroos this time have been very good. 4 clearances to Freo, 0, and the total of 10 clearances for the Kangaroos and Freo, only 3.
So Clive Waterhouse. They go long to Modra. No, I'm not sure where he went. Nowhere in particular. And that's where he found nowhere in particular, and the ball goes out of bounds.
59 plays 44, 8-11 the Kangaroos. The Dockers 6-8. The Kangaroos have bounced back. Dennis Pagan maybe just a little bit happier than he was at the start of this third term when the Dockers kicked the first goal of this third quarter. High ball, loose ball. Modra has booted 3. Clayton close quickly. Mighty Mick just with a bit of muscle, just muscled his way over the line.
Yeah, just good strength to push the ball over. You're up before KB. He doesn't, not too flamboyant. Not too flamboyant, the old Mick. I'll just charge to the boundary line here and go for a touchdown.
Looked like Laurie Daly going for the lines.
Right.
Stephen Coops had it and lost it. Walker, quick snap across the face and through for a behind. And Pavlich has also come on for the Dockers on the forward line. Just a young man, exciting youngster. Some big raps, just playing his first season. He's booted 9 goals for the season. Young man from Adelaide with Clem Michael off the field. Pickett to bring the ball back into play. Straight up the centre of the ground. It's a good kick. Looking for Kelthorpe. A slim down David Kelthorpe, the centre half forward. Kick it, big fist away. Winston Abraham with those clean hands finds Carey.
Just intelligent work.
And Wayne Carey, no one on the mark, runs in, and from point blank range, hit the post. In fact, the ball didn't come off his boot. It just floated off his boot.
He just had too much time to think about it instead of just going straight at it. Just slowed down his foot momentum through the ball, didn't kick through it properly and hit the post.
And Dale Kickett is off and Ship is on for the Dockers. So straight on to the blower. Been just below his best today. He's had a lot of the ball though, 15 possessions and 6 marks.
There's a blood rule in
Clayton
the middle.
coming off.
Yep.
So Scott Clayton also. Just check his stats, 13 possessions.
Gee, Scott Clayton is doing well to be getting possessions out there.
Shane Clayton.
Thought he'd retired, I wasn't sure.
He wasn't a bad bloke to tag you a fair bit. Didn't give him much latitude, Scotty Clayton.
Shane Clayton has been a great pickup. Just started with Fitzroy and went to Brisbane and didn't quite make it, but the Kangaroos had a big rap on him as a young player, now a premiership player, so he's become the goods.
Well, kick-in got to Jones okay, but the next question was where we're going to go next. Bandy leaves McKernan alone, and the hype was all with the Kangaroos there. McKernan takes it. Bandy had tried to provide an option, but unfortunately he left all the Roos tall timber where the kick went, and Carey has just taken over in this quarter. He has taken over in this term. And he can extend the lead. In this quarter, Wayne Carey has had 4 kicks, but 5 marks, and kicked 2 goals, 1. And he could have kicked the third a minute ago. Now he more than likely will.
But more importantly, he's taken the marks inside 50. Been very dangerous.
So the margin 15 points, and about to become 21 if Wayne Carey kicks accurately, which he's done. So what a quarter by the Kangaroos and by the King.
Well, they've straightened up the Kangaroos, gone long and direct to Wayne Carey. Corey McKernan starting to take a couple of marks in this quarter. Just their tall timber. They don't get any shorter. McKernan's been good, taking a couple of nice marks. And Carey's been the difference, taking a lot of contested marks in this quarter. Packed marks too. And he's kicked 3 goals.
Damien Drum can just see maybe this game might be just getting out of hand with Carey. That move to full forward at half-time. He's booted 3 goals in this quarter, plus he's also hit the post. Longmuir, high leaper. Clem Michael is off the ground. Looked like he may have dislocated
On the
or
ball.
hurt his thumb. So the free kick now, this could be 50 as well. So that's silly play.
They've been very good today, Freo, so just...
And
young kid
inexperienced play, Justin Longmuir, but stupid play, silly play. You fought so hard to be in this game, you just can't give away easy free kicks.
He's coming off. Too.
Now, Brent Harvey is going through his third goal also of the quarter to join Carey. He struggled in the first half. He's on the bench a couple of times, but he's been one of their stars this year. He's been averaging 26 possessions. So it's a sign of a good player if you're not having a really good day that you can turn it around.
Well, you can, KB. Like I'd say, Dennis Bacon's given some nice old bake at half-time. He's very good with the tongue, so he said, Brent Harvey, let's pull your socks up, son.
Kangaroos by 21 points. Harvey going for his third goal. Doesn't like it.
Just leaned off it a bit there. It's too close to the man on the mark and just steered it right.
Shane Clayton ready to come back into the action. 9:13:67 the Roos. Freo 6:9:45. Parker just pinpoints it. Finds Brown. Well, he's an impressive youngster. He's been a great pickup at the draft table. Spider Burton, big fist to the ball. It's a crumb. And Pickett just slides it back over the line for a toss back in.
So 9:13 to 6-9. And in this quarter, Fremantle have been able to add just 1 goal, 2, whereas the Kangaroos have put on 5 goals, 3 to take command of this game. Bell, well tackled by Callaghan. No, not well tackled. In the back, said the umpire. Do you think he got into his back then, Kevin?
Oh, well, 50-50.
50-50, yep. McKernan charging out. Longmuir back on the ground. McManus went to ground. I think rightfully didn't get a free kick. Good work, McManus, though, to double up and break clear, in a positive mood for the Dockers. Waterhouse really wanted the footy and deserved it, but didn't get it. Great tackle on Archer. That was holding the ball. Bad luck to the Dockers. Now Pickett, he's just about gone. Not quite, though. He got a handball clear. And through the middle, they'll get away, Blakey. Well, that's bad luck. So Blakey gets them to full forward. Again, Carey, and Burton's going to chip in and take the mark.
Yeah, smart play by Carey. Just shepherded Daniel Bandy off and let Burton have a free shot on the mark there. But it's just good long play by North Melbourne. That's typical of the play. They didn't do that in the first half. They were a bit kicking short, trying to look for blokes that weren't there and just overusing the ball. But Blakey's been a great player for the Kangaroos. Kicked it long and direct. Typical of North Melbourne's play.
Well, the Dockers can count themselves pretty unlucky, I think, as Burton puts it through.
And the Kangaroos have come out to play in this third quarter. And the Dockers, who kicked the first goal in this third quarter, looked very good. They held up the Kangaroos' onslaught for the first 10 minutes, but the Kangaroos, just with their depth, Archer's attack on the ball's been good. But the tackle was great. Pickett hasn't played all that well today, just giving Coops too much latitude. Kelthorpe feeds the ball off to... and goals. Carey.
6 goals to 1 in this quarter, the Kangaroos. They lead by 28 points. Stephen Coops was a great tackle on Archer, who didn't dispose of the ball correctly, so the free kick should have gone to Coops. So the Kangaroos, a touch lucky. They are playing well in this third term. Dodd sets it up to Parker. Edge of the centre square goes wide. So Callaghan has made space, so's Coops. And so's Bootsma. He's looking for Pavlich out in front. Got his hands on the ball. Coops has been very good today. A touch of magic.
Oh, bad luck, son.
It's the post.
Gee, that was exciting stuff, wasn't it?
He's got a dash of brilliance about him. Check side kick there, just hit the left goal post. It's been very good today.
Simpson. Mine was ticking over. Didn't have anyone really to kick it to, so he went to a 2-on-1 contest. Parker got good support from Pavlich and goes short and finds Jones. Just playing his 52nd game. Had stress fractures last year, didn't play at all. He's a handy inclusion for the Dockers. Height and strength, bit of toughness as well. Waterhouse Chipping in was Hazelby. Modra. Strong play by Mighty Mick.
Sensational play.
Just with that strength and bulk, and King is off. 2 bounces. Ball carrier loves to take him on. Backs himself in. Siren sounds. Great third quarter by the Kangaroos. 6 goals to 1 in that all-important third term. And at three-quarter time, they lead by 73 to 46. So a 27-point lead. 10-13 plays 6-10.
The Kangaroos have held in that third quarter. They were very long and direct. Carey was very good. Harvey was good. Big Martin in that last bit of play was sensational. He's been the difference. Scored 3 in that third quarter. Abraham's been pretty quiet. But the scores are the Kangaroos 10-13, 73 to Freo 6-10, 46.
On Corey. Pavlich and Modra in the goal square for the Fremantle Dockers. Last quarter underway at the MCG. Burton got a good run at that, didn't he? Coming through boots. Harvey, last week he did it. This week he has done it again. What a charge.
Well, they've been very good in the centre clearances. Just attacked the ball hard, Harvey did. Wasn't so in the first half. They were a bit soft around the stoppages and play. Just went and wanted it and gold. It's great play. Just really attacked the ball hard. Just let me through, boys. I want it. Desperation by Harvey. Just set the game up with Wayne Carey today in the second half of play.
What a start to this final quarter. 3 goals to Brent Harvey. And here he is again, doing some more damage. Runs into Jones, McManus, to Hazelby, who's been pretty quiet today. Youngster, just 6 possessions. Still a learning curve. Coops, it was a look-away handball. McManus out in front, needing a kind. Bounces, Coops runs hard again. Toya had it and lost it. Touch of the fumbles, all tied up by Martin Pike.
That was sensational play by Coops. So 3 times he went at the ball there. He went for the mark, second effort, got the ball off the ground, then pushed forward and attacked the ball again 3 times in a minute of 30 seconds. Great effort, Coops. He's tried very hard for the Dockers today. Good play.
Kangaroos by 33 points. 6 goals to 1 in that third term. Sinclair started the game well. Chance. Pavlich, quick snap. He's kicked a goal. Well, there's some big raps on Pavlich. And we see there the anchors starting to wave. They're blowing up the anchors here at the MCG.
Yeah, just his height there, KV. Just outstretched his Melbourne opponent there. Sinclair in a stoppage on play. Quick kick, get it out, get it on quickly, put pressure on Lang. He did that. And Pavlich scored a good snap for goal. Right footer. Good work.
Well, disappointing news. Stephen Coops off, getting some treatment. I hope it's not on his bad knee. He seemed to be moving okay, but good goal for young Pavlich, who does certainly look to be a player of the future. Burton, like slow melting concrete, as Ron Barassi once said. Out of the middle of the ground. We knew what he meant, but I'm not sure if concrete ever melts, Ron. Off the ground, Byron Pickett. That was a thumping kick, wasn't it? And it's over the line and out of bounds. 11-13-79, plays 7-10-52. Let's hope Coops is okay. Real exciting talent. Abraham did well to just feed the ball. They're so good in tight. Scholes high kick. McKernan was shoving. He might get a free against him, McKernan. He cleared the contest. Young Brown. Bootsma. Looks an accomplished player. Dodd hesitates for a moment. Umpire calls him on now. Goes through the middle. Oh, straight over the head of Walker. Carey. North look like they're just toying a little bit now with the Dockers. Harvey popping it up. Blakey, was that a mark? I thought it was. Too far out to score, runs on, gets some good shepherding from behind, sets it up. Carey just a little bit out. Oh, Longmuir double fisted, could have taken the mark. Bell, Scholl, they usually make them pay. Blakey off the left, will make them pay. Pike a goal. Well, a couple of lessons for young Justin Longmuir this afternoon.
Yeah, North Melbourne just attacking the ball hard in the second half. Pike was on his own, pushed down from the back line, worked hard to go down forward.
Not quite certain why this young boy did this.
Should have taken the mark.
I mean,
Into the centre corridor. Wasn't good play by Longmuir. Blakey kicked the ball long to the goal square, and Pike made no mistake.
Kangaroos by 33 points. Good to see Clem Michael back on the ground. Had to leave in that third term. It did hurt the Dockers. King pumps the ball long. Carey. It's been magnificent again today. Carey and Brent Harvey. That's been the catalyst to North Melbourne's second half. The Kangaroos came out in that third quarter. Had the first goal kicked against them, and then Carey let loose. Booted 3 goals, also hit the post. Harvey kicked a couple, and Carey's moved the full forward, has turned this game around. He's going for his 4th goal, 45 metres out. The King drills it.
Well, the Dockers had some hope at half-time, but Carey's just come out and displays a way through the Freo defence. It's been very good today. Long and direct, get it on quickly, that's their play. Time and time you see it again. King's been very good in that third quarter, got him going with some inspirational play. And Carey playing in front of Bandy, just too strong, too good. Goals for his 4th.
So it's out to 39 points now, and plenty of damage being done. It was touched off the boot, I think, so Dodd had to move quickly. Abraham off the left. Guess who's going to take it again?
He's got it again. He's out position, Daniel Bandy there with his body. It's a good kick, long and direct. Kick it to his right side there. Abraham was good work. But Carey hasn't let them down.
The fact is, you won't beat Wayne Carey one out, one-on-one. So
strong.
therefore, if the ball comes quickly into the forward line, you're going to have goals kicked against you.
That's right.
Well, since half-time, Wayne Carey has dominated. Now he's got 5.
Well, they've moved the ball in quickly, as KB said. It's getting a bit monotonous, but they've got a very good side, Kangaroos. In 2 out of the last 3 premierships. Long and direct, top of the goal square, put pressure on Bandy. Bandy hasn't got the strength of Carey. He takes another mark and goals for his 5th.
Stephen Coops around the boundary line, just warming up, seeing if he can come back into the action. He's been a good player today, shown a lot of good qualities. 97 plays, 52, a 45-point ball game. After the Dockers led by 3 points at half-time. Waterhouse, Harvey really lifted his work rate in this second half. Pike's kicked a couple of goals. He's played forward and back. Sinclair, the tackler. Pike, ground level, good grip on the ball. They'll ball it up just outside of 50. 14-13. Plays 7-10. The Roos in control, and Jason McCartney on screen. After starting the game very well with 3 marks and 3 kicks in the first few minutes of the game, had to leave the field with what appeared to be a hamstring problem. Spider Burton against Longmuir. Cook crunched into the ground by Simpson. King turns defence into attack. Beautiful kick. Winston Abraham got him going that third quarter as well. Kicked off the ground by Blakey. Intercepted by Kickett. Strange to see him on the interchange bench during the course of the game. McManus pops it in short. Hazelby makes ground. Hasn't been able to find space today. From the half-forward line to centre-half forward. Getting very dark at the MCG as well. Bell, Winston Abraham combined to Grant. And that's a beautiful kick. Finds Clayton. They want 50. Point of the centre square. It's a wobbly old kick, but McKernan playing in front has got it. With that one contact lens, they tell us. Here comes Carey, the King. Bandy with a jump. Carey!
Too strong.
Too big, too strong, too good.
And we just isolated him in this second half against Daniel Bandy. Just his strength. And he's taken 9 marks in this second half. He only took 2 in the first half, so he's been very good in the second half. Turned the game on its ear and lining up for his 6th goal.
11 marks for the game. He's been averaging 9 per game for the season. So Carey, goal number 6 coming up, 25 metres out. Wayne Carey kicks another goal.
Well, the North Melbourne players have all got on board here. Abraham's been very good in this last quarter. Pickett's done some nice work. Harvey, Bell, Burton's been very good in the ruck. The centre clearances. McKernan's taken a couple of marks today. He's taken 6 marks. He's been very good in the second half. So just all the players just lifted after half time. And Carey kicks his 6th.
Six goals, 1 for Wayne Carey. 15-13 to 7-10. So the Dockers under siege here after a very spirited first half. Oh, they can do it all at the moment. If it's not Carey, then it's Corey, who's 55 out and winds up. A beautiful kick right to the line. Behind, conceded. And they have now doubled their score, amazing as it is. Since half-time, the Fremantle Dockers managed just 2 goals, 3. And the Kangaroos have kicked 11 goals, 4. Longmuir cleaned up there. Very scruffy again on the path into attack, Pavlich. Hazelby was quick with the hands. Bootsma looking for Waterhouse, but Mickey Martin, who has done a great job for most of the day on Modra, got the clearing kick. Kick it, pushed off it by Simpson. Oh, he got a high tackle too, Simpson. Umpire let it all go on. Longmuir, that was Troy, looking for Michael, who was injured early. Handball into Clive Waterhouse, who spins around in ever-diminishing circles and then sets it up towards full forward for Modra. Not that time. Sinclair went to ground, needed to keep his feet, got back to his feet and kicked a goal. Oh!
Touch.
Gee, thought that was over the line. 7-11, 53 to 15-14, 104.
12,400 fans here today at the MCG to see the Kangaroos and the Dockers, and to see Wayne Carey strut his stuff, kicking 3 goals in 4 minutes in this final term. 6 for the game. He has been the king today. Longmuir, cross halfback. The Dockers so competitive for 2.5 quarters. Floodgates have opened up. Carey and Harvey. Just an onslaught. Short. It's a bad kick. Cook, too much carry on the ball. Hazelwood tries to keep it alive. Scholl, they'll share the ball around to Bell. We find Simpson. The midfield now, winning a lot of the ball. Motlop's been very good all day. Got a slight shove from Kickett. Motlop, and good play by Bootsma, who forces it through for a behind. Been a handy player today, Bootsma. 14 possessions and 6 marks.
They must be trying to save on power here at the MCG. I mean,
It is so dark, isn't it?
You can hardly see them.
No one's thought to flick the switch. Carey, he has, and Bell kicks long, chance for McKernan. Winston Abraham should kick a goal. Magnificent.
Well, Winston was front and square there, typical of the Kangaroos play. 2 goals to Winston Abraham today. They've really joined in, everybody of the Kangaroos players. Peter Bell on his left there, just over the back. And Abrahams didn't panic, saw the goals, knew he had time and space. He was on his own and kicks truly.
Oh, what an avalanche by the Kangaroos. Kicked 6 goals 2 in this last quarter. We're only halfway there, not even halfway there.
12 goals to 2 since half-time.
Walker. The feed pretty tough for Modra that time. Certainly you have to question whether...
That's straight out of bounds. They didn't attempt to keep that in.
To question whether Tony Modra's 100% fit, but you can't question the value of Mick Martin, that's for sure. Shannon Motloff earned a rest, I think, today. Shannon Grant, who we thought was going to be out for a while with injury, but reappeared after about 15 or 10 minutes after going down with an ankle problem. Kickett, who's kept on trying, 17 possessions. Dodds had 20 possessions. McManus 24. Walker 14.
Looks like an Alfred Hitchcock movie at the moment.
But the birds.
Maybe they're filming the sequel. There is about 1 million seagulls attacking us. Not quite certain what's happened. Maybe with it getting so dark, they think it's time to land at the MCG. I've heard about the eagle has landed, but what about the seagull?
Couchy's opened his lunchbox.
Well, something has stirred up the birds. Boundary throw in, 16-15, 111 the Roos. The Dockers 7-11-53, 12 goals to 2 since half-time. Hazelby might have been legged. The handball away, Harvey, so quick and damaging. It's been great in the second half. Sets it up and finds Blakey, the veteran. 308 games today. Carey lost the run of the ball. Clayton's got it, paddles the ball long in front, no U-turns, quick snap. It's another goal to the Kangaroos. Durkay.
Well, Harvey in the midfield there just split the game open. Ran quickly to the ball, kicked it down long and direct. Durkay. It's the first goal for the day. He's been pretty quiet. Blakey got it down quickly. Clayton with good strength here. Pushed off Jones. Feeds off. No U-turns as KB spoke about, and Durkay makes no mistake.
Well, it's domination continuing. Simpson well wrapped up. It'll be a tough last 10 minutes or so for both teams really, but particularly the Dockers. Well, just so terrific for just over 2 quarters. Someone's got the message.
Lights.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we can
the
see.
lights.
Seagulls might go away now, KB.
17-minute mark of the last quarter.
Put the lid back on, Couchy. Longmuirs combined. Hazelby. Should learn to eat your crust anyway. Here's Shannon Grant going round and round in circles. Blakey, and that was pretty deliberate, wasn't it? But there's been a few of them already, and the ball out of bounds.
Well, Damien Drummond will be a bit disappointed with the Fremantle Dockers in this second half. They're in front in the first half. Just let it go in the second half. Carey's taken a grip of the game, and so is Harvey. A lot tighter in the contest early, but just giving it up.
McManus went backwards, straight into the arms of King. Carey, you can see. McKernan's attack on the ball was a little bit too ferocious, and
looked like maybe his boot might have Wayne Carey. As Brown goes short, sets it up to Cook. The bootsma through the centre square, goes out wide, and Pavlich has got it. Came on the ground during that third term and kicked a goal. Young man with a big future.
He's got a pretty big hoof too, McKernan's about size 17, so he wouldn't miss him.
He's gone back a long, long way. 10 goals for the season, just playing his 6th game. He'll be shooting from just outside of 50. It's a big kick. It's going right to the line. Big pack of players. Loose ball, and Lang happy to force it through for a behind.
they're back, the birds.
Well, you can't quite see it on our screen, but for some reason there is an amazing number of seagulls at the ground, and there we see the boot there of Corey McKernan catching Wayne Carey, but he's okay. The ball comes forward, been taken by Parker. 11 possessions and 2 marks today to Brown. I like the look of Lee Brown. I think he's going to be a real player. The kick's a poor one. No good kicking short to a contest. That'll come with experience. You'll learn that. Spider Burton, that was intercepted by Brown. Take 2. Well done. Runs away from Scholl and goes short and finds McManus. He's on centre wing. Leads on to centre half forward. Waterhouse, big fly. Pike has booted a couple of goals today. Lined up at full forward. Now playing in defence. And he's been pinged. A free kick is going to Longmuir. Troy Longmuir kicked the goal in the 3rd quarter. 13 goals to 2 since half-time. Into the pocket. He's looking for Bandy. Lang to Scholl to Clayton. So time for think music. Couple of casual bounces, then pumps the ball back towards the centre wing. Carey, just too good. He is a great player. He is simply the best. Finds Simpson, the running machine in Blakey. Inside 50, finds Grant, pulled off the ball, will take the free kick.
With the kick towards Daniel Bandy down in the forward pocket, hit the top of the square. There's no danger in kicking out to the forward pocket. That's where the mistake was made. It was just terrible play by Fremantle there. You just got to hit the top of the square or go for goal. You just can't kick it out to the pockets. It's just a very defensive ploy by Fremantle. Just not the right option. And that's just inexperience we spoke about. They kick short to a one-on-one situation, Freo. And they've just come unstuck in this 3rd quarter. And it's last quarter.
Just dropped it in short to John Blakey.
Interesting option to go short there. Shannon Gray was probably only 30 metres out, but he went back so far. Saw Blakey in short and thought, I'll improve the angle.
Well, game number 308 for John Blakey. He's booted 3 goals for the season. It's a wobbly old kick to the line. It's kept alive. Parker and Bandy popped over the line for a behind.
It's a better option. Don't try and bring it in under pressure in the goal square.
Last 6 minutes, a pretty miserable looking Damien Drum. What a contrast between first and second halves. Well, really, the 2nd quarter was the one where the Dockers got themselves not only into the game, but in front. Longmuir, who has done some nice things, as we've said, looks for Waterhouse. Pickett, Callaghan, Clayton. Oh, I think the light must have got in his eyes or something then. McManus has no idea where to go. This is Justin Longmuir, and his kick was pretty ineffectual. Well done by Pavlich. Gets it to Clive, who's got someone inboard. He's going to have a shot in the end, and he's drilled it. Nice kick. So Fremantle, 2nd goal of the last quarter. Within all that time, 7 goals to the Kangaroos.
Just overuse of the ball here still by the Freo Dockers. A bit lucky there. Longmuir with a kick out wide. It was a missed kick. Pavlich, big strong type, and they've got Lee Brown there, so they've got a bit of a future, some of the Freo players. And Waterhouse makes no mistake on his right foot, so they've got some good size about him. Damien Drum's recruited a lot of players, turned over a lot, and Pavlich and Brown look likely types.
Clive Waterhouse has booted 25 goals for the season. North Melbourne certainly prioritised him. They started Carey on him at the start of the game. After booting 6 goals against Carlton last week, they saw him as a danger. Cook, all tied up. Gang tackled this time by Bell. There's the man on screen himself. And he's got a bit of a shiner there. That's copped it from a boot from Corey McKernan in this last quarter. Wayne Carey with 3 goals and a poster in that 3rd term, and 3 goals in 4 minutes in this last quarter. 6 goals for the match. Completely turn it around. McKernan must take the free kick. Longmuir getting into his back. Now Carey's off. He just threw his opponent out of the way. Should have been a free kick, but it wasn't seen by the umpire. Harvey, magnificent pace on the burst, runs into the open goal and kicks a goal. He's got 4.
6 goals to Carey, 4 goals to Harvey. Just his pace, a little bit of rain in that 3rd quarter. It was very good. EJ Whitten, medalist last year in the state game against South Australia. Just use his smarts here, his pace, explosive, He's been on the ball. Anthony Stevens has been out with an injury, and he's made the most of his opportunities in the second half.
So, Kangaroos now 18 goals, 16. And would not have thought that would have been possible at half-time. And they had just 4 goals on the board. It's been a blitz since then. Toya gets a high tackle, not seen by the umpire. Simpson, well wrapped up and almost penalised, not quite. Scholl close to now over the line. So just under 4 minutes remaining. McKernan, Simpson goes looking for that man. And Wayne Carey comes out and takes mark number 13. Has had 21 kicks, 3 handballs, and 6 goals won. And a lot of it's been done in the second half. Since half-time, he's had 11 kicks. And that's goal number 7. Since half-time, he's had 12 kicks, just the 1 handball, 11 marks, and he's kicked 7 goals. It's not bad for half a game of football, KB.
Well, he is a great player. The best performance by a North Melbourne player against Freo is Wayne Carey himself, and he booted 8 goals 3 in round 20 in 1998, right here at the MCG. So in the second half, he has now booted 7, so he needs 1 more goal to equal the best by a North Melbourne player held by himself. And there's still time, just over 3 minutes left. It's been a nightmare for the Dockers in this second half. They keep on coming, the Kangaroos. They have been relentless. Winston Abraham over the ball, beats Ship. Good enough to get the ball out. King to Bell. The old firm in action. Bell goes to ground. Callaghan, desperate. On hands and knees, Pickett. Centre wing. Weighs up his options, goes short, and finds Abraham, who is a thumping kick. He's looking for Bell. Carey was late on the scene. Taken away by Bandy. Short kick. McManus across half-back. They trail by 70 points, the Dockers. Shocking kick after leading by 3 points at half-time. What a turnaround it's been. And there's Carey. They can't even kick the ball over his head now. What a player. Ship wanted a kind bounce, couldn't keep it alive. Finally taken over by Durkay.
He's emerged as very, very, very strong Brownlow medal contender, hasn't he, in the last 6 or 8 weeks?
Well, he's been dominating at centre half back, hasn't he, when he went back there? I mean, he's dominated for 3 or 4 games, and then when he's gone up forward, he's done the same thing. He's in great form. And Durkay will take the free kick. Carey says, kick it to me in the square. Instead, Big Spider chips in. Well, he kicked a goal in that 3rd term. He'll be relishing this game today. Couldn't get in the starting lineup for the Dockers. Picked up by the Kangaroos. He's taken 5 marks. He's coming up for his 11th possession and his 2nd goal. Spider Burton directly in front.
Listen to the chant.
20 metres out. Spider, Spiders, the chant. He kicks the Kangaroos' 20th goal.
Well, enjoys it. No doubt about that.
He's a cult hero.
And what a change it must be going from playing for Fremantle, a fledgling young club in the AFL, to joining the reigning premiers, the Kangaroos, and certainly involved in a good contest with Clem Michael throughout the afternoon. The first half, Michael did a pretty good job around the grounds, but unfortunately his injury proved costly for the Dockers. Durkay just showing some nice signs in the last few weeks when he has got the opportunity. Good distance on the kick. It is a thumping kick. What an amazing second half by the Kangaroos. They've kicked 17 goals since half-time, 17-6.
To 3 goals. 17 goals to 3.
And they've kicked 11-3 in this last quarter.
And still just over a minute left. Kangaroos have been so impressive in this second half. They were poor in the first half. And the game was taken away from them by the Dockers. They kicked 5 goals in that second quarter to 1. The Kangaroos have hit back. King from 50 out. It's raining goals. Two goals to David King. Well, still 55 seconds left in the game. And this has been a magnificent performance in the second half. 18 goals in the second half of football to 3. There's a complete dominance.
Well, it's easily the Kangaroos' most number of goals scored in a quarter against the Fremantle Dockers. The previous best was 8 goals 2. So they have flown past that with 12 goals this afternoon, this last term. Inside the last minute, Longmuir goes for Modra. Mickey Martin, who'll get a big cheer. Archer probably caught one over the shoulder. Hasn't been Clive's day this afternoon, although he did work really hard, particularly in that first half, and he did move Carey forward, and he looked a danger man at one stage. Makepeace back on the ground. 13 possessions, Troy Makepeace, and does look a handy acquisition. Just playing kick to kick at the moment. Why you'd bother doing that when the score is 22-16 to 8-12, I don't know, KB.
Bit of practice.
And there's a good mark to finish off the match from Daniel Bandy. The siren sounds, the frustration for the Fremantle Dockers. And the Kangaroos, after a pretty ordinary first half, have flown away with this match. Kicked 12 goals in the last quarter, kicked 18 for the second half, and the Fremantle Dockers could manage just 3 goals. 22-16, 148 to 8-12-60. KB.
It's not often you see a turnaround where you lead or trail by 3 points at halftime and you win the game by 88 points. That's an incredible scoreline. And in that last quarter, to kick 12 goals to 2. It's quite a magnificent performance, but let's not take anything away from one man in Wayne Carey, who came out after half-time. He went to full forward, and he absolutely tore him apart. He booted 3 goals in that third term. He hit the post. He set up 2 others. He kicked 3 goals in 4 minutes at the start of the last term, and then popped another one through to give him 7 for the game in a magnificent performance. And well backed up by Brent Harvey, who also had an outstanding second half. So the Kangaroos magnificent today to win by 88 points.
Yes, Carey with 7, Harvey 4, Pike, Abraham, Durkay and Burton kicked 2. They dominated and they won here at the MCG in great style.